strategic assets that are surrounding the property. Hotels, shopping malls, cinemas, and gardens, and schools. Blockchain technology is evolving. Today we have smart contracts. Today, what we have in Lagos State has digitalized, those has taken a longer time, but they have digitalized their information management system, their land registry. So at the touch of a button, you can access the land registry as your force within it is what it's electronic. So it's no longer the hard copy file that you're worried about. There are also opportunities in the real estate sector for those who are building sustainable houses. SIMBA is there to provide solar systems, green building, they are funding for developers who are building green homes. And I will also say this. The first house I ever built is in house with a swimming pool. I made a big mistake because I got a very cheap architect to design a house for me, fresh out of school. It wasn't experienced. So the siting of the swimming pool was situated at a place where the sun does not hit. But online, a developer, an architect that goes to the site in the day, in the afternoon, to see what the site looks like and tell you what direction the swimming pool should face so that the sunlight will hit it. Otherwise, nobody will swim in that swimming pool because consistently the swimming pool will be cold. Those are simple things that a lot of people do not know. But the one that I gave a contractor to build for me, and I did not bother because I wanted to survive my family. And the contractor built a home with so much glass that I need more than 4 days in the master bedroom to ensure that the AC is good. You can imagine if I was still living in that house today, how much my cost will be because you require a lot of mechanical energy to own such house. So today, you see funding for homes that are green. Like the next oil tower that you see there is certified like one of the first green energy efficient buildings in Nigeria. Next slide. Next. So I put up these 6 thoughts as frameworks for people who want to succeed in the real estate industry. It's one thing to start a business, it's another for the people to sustain the very important. And like I think there are times when your energy will be down. How do you make some energy work? And some people say that if you have money in your pocket, it stimulates your energy. But I will always differ because the times when hunger hits you and you are at the verge of collapse, that is the time when people tell themselves the harsh reality, very harsh situation. Because you're alone and you're faced to the wall. You have the opportunity of telling yourself a similar truth about this industry and how you're going to sustain it going forward. Because every business has its own self. You have those periods when everything is doing well. And then you have those periods when things are not going as planned. Data is what makes a greater deal of difference in the life of the developer that plans and the one that does not plan. For this argumentation, we explained ourselves of last year. We explained month by month against this month, this year. We explained to determine what to expect, what inputs, and then if the numbers go down, we go back and look at and say, why, what is different Was there a particular event that happened? Information is everywhere. You wake up in the morning, you are seeing that Dangote just opened the refinery. Yes, you opened the refinery, but how does that refinery impact your business? You have a land after Aja. Let's say you have a land at Iran, and Dangote refinery has come on stream, and they start generating, they start producing products. What happens next? You will have abundance of gas. What does that translate? Energy companies can come and situate power plants not so far away because the abundance of gas that they have there can be what? Translated, can be transmitted, processed, compressed, and it can now be used for energy. So what will happen afterwards? People who live in that site may have a higher tendency of having uninterrupted power supply first before those who live in other parts of Nigeria. Because the abundance of capacity that they may have there is the reason why 2 or 3 days ago you had the news. That nothing to do the 2 months. 20,000 megawatts. But what do you do that information? So, phase one, learn before you leave. Phase two, start small.
That's smart.
Phase three,
Use
systems.
not just build.
Phase four, brand with purpose. I know that a lot of people must have spoken about branding yesterday. Be careful also how you brand. You can over brand. And you over brand to people that are not informed. Because people who are informed, when they look your brand, they look beyond the brand.
No,
Branded than me. But if your financials do not make sense, a big financial institution will not be able to either fund you or give you what? Give you access to their staff operating. Because they know that it's all noise, no what? Substance. At times people are quick to diversify. What do you want to be known for? You're a real estate developer. You are doing multiple other things. And those things related to real estate. How soon have you been beyond in the real estate?
comment. Go for comment. Mi mama fẹ́ yọ.
The times are changing. They are dynamic. I will also take a